He's on. There it is.
Is this thing on?
Yeah. Okay, we'll get started. It sounds like it's on. So, first off, thank you guys for coming here. Everyone give him a big old round of applause again. We'll be lining up behind here to go ahead and ask questions. So now there's going to be a big mob of people.
Ocean, more like it.
Yep. But first off, I want to say, getting started with a simple icebreaker. I've asked this a few times before. On the series, you guys had to fight a bunch of ridiculous rubber-suited monsters. Which one was the one that stuck out worst in your head as the, why are we fighting this? Why do they approve this? What is going on here?
Well, I gotta say that Porky Pig was always very strange to me. I guess it's Pudgy Pig, not Porky Pig. Well, that's very prodigious of you, maybe. It's gonna be like that. Pudgy Pig was crazy. What did he do? He swallowed our weapons and then he gave them Radish and then he threw them back up. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of the monsters probably take that category of like, why are we fighting this thing? Like the Pachinko machine was a weird one. the eye guy.
The purse. Remember the purse?
There was a purse.
And there was something that looked like there was a moisturizer. Was that what it was? Like the moisture thing?
Yes.
It's just big and pink and have a little anyways.
Here's what you really need to know. We all have PTSD from the monsters in the show.
That is true. Okay, next question.
This is for Austin. And I heard you've heard this question before, but I'm asking everyone. Have you ever seen the Japanese footage Zoo Ranger?
I recently saw one episode in anticipation of reading Genki.
Okay. And what was your favorite episode of Mighty Morphin?
I mean, all of them. I think I would have to go back to the pilot episode. Because for me, I was surrounded by experienced staff, experienced actors. Everybody had more experience, including in life, than I did. And
You're telling me.
we'll talk later.
Okay, and I have something for you, if I may come approach the bench, so to speak.
Yeah. Approach the bench.
It's just business card I give out to everyone. I use it for networking as well as meeting up.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for your question.
Hey guys, thanks again for being here and being a hero to all of us growing up, and to this day I really appreciate you guys doing what you've been doing. I gotta ask, with the newly announced Power Rangers reboot coming out, do you hope that either A, you can have cameos, or B, if your characters are being played by younger actors, who would you want to play your character?
Yes, I definitely would love to do a cameo in the reboot. I think that would be awesome and amazing. I can't tell you who I want to be my character. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they need to be teenagers, right? So it's somebody up and coming, and I can't say that I'm knowledgeable enough to come up with somebody that specifically stands out to me. But I just hope they're awesome.
I think I feel pretty much the same way. I couldn't tell you who would be me like Walt. I just hope he's amazing and rocks it out if that's the way it goes. If there's a cameo or some sort of role offered up, it's definitely something I would have to take a hard look at.
And I would like Theo James to play Billy. I think that'd be pretty hot. Obviously, you'd probably be a better Red Ranger, but that would be cool. And then the cameo for sure, I would definitely take a look at it and would be open to it for sure.
Excellent. Thank you guys.
Good morning, or good afternoon.
Walter, Austin, and David, thank you for being here today. But for this next question,
Yes,
I have notes.
You're reading it off the phone?
Because I don't want to stutter.
Good job.
But for this next question, I would actually like to hear an answer from Zach, Jason, and Billy. It's been about 20 years since we've heard from these characters. What is it like to be a retired ranger? In character, please. In character.
Are any of you familiar with the Marine Corps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super fun.
I'm going to answer as Jason in just one second. But you know that you never find an ex-Marine, right? They're retired Marines.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how I feel as a ranger. What would Jason say, being a retired ranger? He would say, Switzerland's nice.
Oh man, I can't dance that up. What do I do now? Man, Hawaii's nice. No, I mean, like, Jamaica's nice, yeah. Zach, I need a higher voice. Hey man, Zach, growing up at this point, 21 years later, I'm thinking, where's Angela?
And what is your name?
Richie.
Richie, thank you for your prodigious question. I will affirm your question by saying that although you think I may have retired as a ranger, I really haven't, because I went off into space. And I've been traveling quite extensively. And if you really knew what was going on with me and what I'm creating and inventing, I think you'd be a little hesitant about calling me a retired ranger. Okay, everybody help me remember Richie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well played, sir.
Nice knowing you.
My name's Russell, and what happened at the peace conference? Why was it so why was it so long? What did you guys learn at the peace conference? And for David, your character, what do you think? Do you think he kept in touch with his friends while they're at the peace conference and after?
Billy definitely kept in touch with Zach and Jason over all the years, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all one team, man. And I don't mean the first 5. I mean, there's 100 plus. It's all one team. So, man, why wouldn't we? As far as what I learned in Switzerland, they got the best chocolate in the world.
Angela's not there either. I would say what we learned at the peace conference is just how to be more, to share our love with the world even more. I mean, because it's an international peace conference, we've got lots of people. We learned to share our gifts of what we were learning being Rangers and help implement that worldwide. Bring peace in the world.
How's it going, guys?
What up?
All right, so I know some of the original Rangers might be in talks about coming back to Dino Charge, and I was wondering if you guys, if you had the opportunity, would you want to come back? And if you do come back, what color would you guys like to come back as? The original, or there's a lot of different colors for Dino Charge, so.
Well, I can only speak for me, but they shoot the show non-union, and I'm a union actor, much like a lot of actors, so we're not really able to shoot a non-union show unless we break ties with our union, which can penalize us in some ways. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to go back because of that.
Yes.
And I would still be the Blue Ranger if I went back.
Silver.
How many colors are there?
There's like 11 different colors. 10, there's 10 on Dino Charge. Gray, cyan, purple, gold, silver. Or any? There's a cyan. There's a gray ranger, silver ranger.
Wow.
Orange.
There's not an orange.
Oh.
Orange. Orange. Is that the construction ranger? Are you saying I'm going to jail?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. You know, if I was to come back, for any reason, if I could truly maintain that pod, and there might be some conflicts in my head over that one, I would want to come back. Man, I don't even know. Part of me would want to come back as the OG Red.
Yes.
But then the other side of me is like, let's walk the wild side and think something crazy. Yeah. So, I don't know. Another gold, another, they have gold dot rangers. You know, gold and
Silver.
red at the same time. Cyan ranger.
Cyan ranger. I have the same predicament as David. If it was a union thing, I would love to go back and be part of the show. I mean, it was the beginning, and I would love to go back and be part of it and grow with it even more. The problem is it has to be union, and I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. And if I were going to go back, I'd say no. If I were going to go back, I think I would want to go back and be the OG Black Ranger. And then the Red Ranger, and then the Green Ranger, and then the White Ranger, and then the Blue Ranger, the Pink Ranger. That'd be okay too. What do you think about Cyan comes out.
Alright, thank you guys.
Thank you.
What time is it, by the way?
You tell me.
Morphin time!
Hi guys. So I was wondering, what's your craziest fan experience?
Craziest or most disgusting?
Oh.
You don't want to hear that.
I have a gross one.
Oh. Yeah, dude.
So at some Comic-Con, I don't remember where, somewhere in the world, this girl wanted me to sign her jeans, and she put them up on my table, and there was a big white spot in the garage. Like she had just peed her pants, went and took them off, and thought it was the best time to bring them to me. And I did sign them.
I'm gonna bump it. I don't have a gross one like that. What was the question?
It was originally like the craziest, but
Craziest fan experience. I gotta tell you, for me, after being gone for so long, it was coming back this time. And being absolutely blown away by each other one of you. Walt told me it was here, and it was still going on. I was still in the Middle East when we had the phone conversation, and you guys you still blow me away. That to me is absolutely crazy. Every day I go out there and see you still standing in line. I don't know how to respond to that. Except to say thank you. That's crazy. Real quick, I'm being told I need to go back to my line, but I wanted to stop by and show the love and learn about cyan and orange. And if you see the Orange Ranger, or if they're posting a job opportunity, maybe we'll come up with the jail monster or something. Anyway, thank you for having me on the show. Take care.
You got a morpher?
There's the morpher right there.
Where's more?
Guys. Yeah, that's all right. I'm not using morpher. That's all right. Hey, bud. It's all right. Just like the good old days. It's Morphin time! Tyrannosaurus!
I love you guys so much.
Yes. And now we're back. Crazy fan story. Good thing. Well, you know when there was one time where I was in a mall and I was walking down the street and I was walking down the mall and this lady was there with a little girl. And they were pretty, you know, kind of walked by and gave a look. And the little girl goes, "Excuse me, my mom just got her purse stolen." And I went, "Oh man," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, is there anything I can do?" She goes, "Well, you're a Power Ranger, do something."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I think I left my morpher in the car. Sure enough, this thing's not working. And that was kind of crazy just because I felt bad. I was like, I want to help, I want to do something. And this little girl obviously expected me to do something. And there wasn't much that I could do. I mean, the guy was gone, they reported to the police already and everything. But that was kind of crazy for me just because I thought, man, I can't live up to my reality right now. I can't live up to my television personality. But that was kind of crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, before I, all right, is this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, before I ask my question, I just want to say that the Blue Ranger was my favorite Ranger in Mighty Morphin. I know a lot of people like the Red or the Green Ranger better. I like the Blue Ranger the best.
I was there.
All right, and now for my question. If you could be in a Mighty Morphin crossover with anything, what would it be?
You go first.
Mighty Morphin crossover with anything.
I would do.
Yes, he said you go first. I would do.
Can I do the Big Bang Theory with the Maybe all those guys really are superheroes, you know? And I get to be like the Will Wheaton, Billy.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man.
It was in Pasadena.
All right.
I would say probably Mighty Morphin meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
What was your name?
Matt.
Matt?
Yeah, with one T.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi. I'm Isaac. I had an opportunity to ask this question yesterday with Walter, but Mr. Yost, I was wondering if you could kind of recall 1994 at Universal Studios. I was there with friends, and I was in the kind of the madness of that audience. I was like in the nosebleeds. And I was just wondering, I was hoping to get to hear from Mr. St. John as well, but just wondering what your take was from being on stage.
It was one of the most overwhelming experiences I've ever had in my life. I don't remember all the specifics of the day, but I feel like we were only scheduled to do one performance that day. And because we sold out Universal Studios and we backed up the 101 freeway here in LA, like I think in 10 miles in each direction, like I was like, wow, what's going on? And then I think we did 7 or 8 shows that day, I don't remember, and instead of the one. And just every time we came out on stage and we heard all you little kids just like screaming, like we were at a Justin Bieber concert. It was pretty intense. And you know, at that time, I didn't really understand like what the television show meant to all of you guys. And I'm very grateful that 20 years later, I get to understand what an amazing impact Power Rangers had on your lives and how it influenced you. So obviously, glad that you got in.
Yeah. Actually, I did a little bit of research last night after I asked the question and actually found the numbers because the article is still online.
Is it
for the day after, yeah. I found it yesterday.
Inform me, so I don't lie to you.
Universal Studios intended to sell only 1,600 tickets, but over the course of the shows, they sold over 35,000. 35,000 tickets.
Dang. That's like a city. Like
I remember being on the 101. And like I was saying yesterday, I thought we were driving to another state on the way there. Because it took so long to get there, yeah. And it took 20 minutes to get back home in the valley, so.
You said 1,600 to 35,000.
35,000, yeah, that was the number.
Doesn't make sense, but wow.
Yeah, people were actually, I remember, because I was sitting on an edge like this one, and I remember there were people standing next to me on the steps.
Just like
in the amphitheater, yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty insane.
Okay. For those of you that were not there, that did not have this experience, I can tell you this, from being on the stage, it was crazy. It was like being a rock star, because they would say, here he is, he does the power of the mastodon. He is Zach, the Black Ranger, and the crowd went, and I jump down,
There's flashes
everywhere. Take off your helmet and just like flashes. It was like, I thought this is what it felt like to be Prince. It's crazy.
Do they know who Prince is?
Yes.
Okay.
Doves cry.
Thank you. Good question.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
What was it? I saw your video of the Ice Buck Challenge.
Who?
Yours.
Oh, mine? Okay.
Oh, after I watched it, I was like, whoa! It must have been cold.
Oh, yes.
You haven't dumped a bucket of ice and water on your head?
Actually, I go to a therapy program called 4-H Therapy Riding, and I almost went into the horse trough.
Really?
Because it was so blazing hot.
Yeah.
And I was like going,
You probably don't want to get no horse trough. Yes, but it was cold, and I was very happy that Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson both called me out and had me do the ALS challenge. So I was happy to do that, and I also donated the money. So that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Hey guys, it's been a pleasure to see both of you this weekend with the Power of MorphiCon. My question for both of you is, what was your most memorable moment with Tweet Train?
Aww.
Good question.
Yeah. We had a lot of different experiences together. I think one of the things I remember after we left the show together, because that was like a trying experience for all three of us, Austin, Tweet, and myself, and we were spending a lot of time together, and we did these videos. I did a hip hop video, Austin did a martial art video, and Tweet did like a Tai Chi video. And so we worked on each other's videos, and in my hip hop video, there's a point, her energy was so relaxed and tranquil. I had all these kids, I was working with the kids, I was teaching these kids to dance, and then Austin and Tweet came and they visited, and Austin comes in and he's pumping it up, he's gonna dance, he does his dance, and he's doing martial arts to the music, and it's all cool. And then Tweet goes and she does she's talking to the kids, and all the kids just love her. It's they went from Austin's energy to Tweet like this. Her energy was so amazing, and then she went out and she did a split, and everybody clapped, and it was so nice. And it's funny because we had a lot of moments together, but that moment sticks out of my brain just because I remember looking at how all the kids responded to her and how much she was adored.
Yeah, Tweet was very nice and very sweet. I thought she had an amazing laugh. And it's just so funny because there's one line that always sticks out in my mind, and people always quote it to me on Twitter and stuff like that. Because I often take fans hiking with me. It's called Hiking with Fans. And so everybody always tweets to me, Billy, you're too high up. These lines, when we were filming that scene, I just remember kept saying, Billy, you're too way high up. And it's just supposed to be, Billy, you're too high up. So I'd film it over and over again. And she and I just kept laughing and laughing. And so it's just funny that all these years later, all the fans started tweeting me, Billy, you're too high up. So I always think of that scene that Twee and I were doing, like one of our bloopers, if there was a blooper reel, and she and I were just like cracking up. She had an infectious laugh, and she was super sweet, and she loved to brush her hair. She introduced me to some, I don't know, if there was some kind of paper that you pat on your head to get rid of the grease, because I guess I had a greasy head, and she introduced me to that, so I don't know, I have a lot of good memories of her.
Aww. Thank you guys.
Good question.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and I have a question for David. In season 3, all the team got turned into kids, and I was curious if you ever worked with the kid that played Billy and helped him or talked to him, and if you could talk a little bit about the 8 episodes or so that you worked with the whole team as kids and what that was like.
Sure, I did. I mean, the little kid Billy and me, I don't think we were never on screen together.
Right.
Yeah. But I did meet him because we would often be filming on the same day because of the way that we film TV shows. And he was a really good kid, and his mom was famous. I can't remember what her name was, but I think she was a news anchor here in Los Angeles. And so it was fun to get to meet him and give him some pointers on how to play Billy. And then working with all those kids for 8 episodes. We drink a lot of soda. And eat a lot of sugar. Was interesting. But no, they were all big kids and they were a lot of fun to work with. And I actually enjoyed it a lot. So it was a funny episode to film them out. Is that cool?
Cool, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I was 9 years old when I began watching the show, and I just turned 30 this year. I don't look it, but I am 30. So my question is, how did you guys, well, when you're growing older, you find that your metabolisms change and it's harder to...
Go easy here on this.
Yeah.
I gained a little weight, so I don't want to hear...
You guys are great, and I want to know, how do you guys keep fit? How did you guys keep fit when you were on the show, and how do you maintain it at this point?
How do we keep fit?
Yeah. How was it different from when you were keeping fit when you were younger?
Got it.
It's kind of the same, really, for me. I mean, I've always been really active. If I was into a martial arts, I was dancing. If I wasn't dancing, I was hiking. If I wasn't hiking, I was swimming. You know, so like, I just love being active. You know, I like watching TV too, but I like getting out of the house and being part of things. So I dance. I do a lot of dancing. I'm a world champion salsa dancer. And, so salsa is one of the things I love and I do, and I go out at night and I'll dance. I do all kinds of different kinds of styles. I do salsa, bachata, merengue, swing, kazumba, like different. I'm learning tango, and so yeah, that kind of keeps me in shape. Or taking martial arts classes. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, honestly, probably the best exercise is just lots of sex. I was just trying to see if you guys were awake. Sex, actually, it's good. No, I run, and I lift weights, and I go hiking a lot. So if you guys live in LA, and you want to go hiking, just send me a message on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll hook something up. You know, when I was on the show, when you're younger, things are a lot easier. And as you do get older, you have to really, for me, I can only speak for me, I have to stay on top of it. So I've run marathons, I have. Probably just doing half marathons at this point, and lifting weights. So, and I was lucky because I was a gymnast, easy measure.
Really good.
I gotta try to compete with you 20-year-olds, so. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
my question is, if you guys had the opportunity to like produce and write a new season of Power Rangers, what would your theme and what kind of powers would you give them?
Wow, intense.
Well, if I had a chance to do it, I'd turn them all into puppies. They'd all be puppy Power Rangers.
I would love that.
There'd be a Chow Chow, there'd be a Doberman, there'd be like a Rottweiler, there'd be a Golden Retriever, and there'd be a Chihuahua. They all have different kinds of barks.
That would do really well.
You got that.
You can sell plushies.
I would buy that. I would buy that.
So, if it was me, that's a good question, and this is just off the top of my head, I think I would base their powers on planets.
Nice.
So they would each draw a power from a different planet. Has that been done as a show already?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad. I gotta go back to the drawing room and I'll think about it.
My question is actually for you.
That boy's got a deep voice.
I want to know, what was it like being black, being a black Power Ranger?
What's it like being black and being a Black Ranger? You know what? It's actually really cool. You know, there's a lot of people take it and they make it into lots of different things. TMZ's it's pulled me over a couple of times and say, "Hey, Power Rangers were prejudice. You're a Black Ranger." Like,
I saw that.
It wasn't prejudice. I was a superhero, right? So if it was prejudice, I would have been the bad guy and everybody would beat me up. That's not what it was. I was saving the world from, whatever. And I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, which is a predominantly black city. So, I'm proud to be black. And and wearing a black suit, which is a really good color on me. Wearing a black suit made me even more proud to be black and to represent for people of color that. I was the first African American superhero. So, Black Ranger, black suit. Exactly.
You still break dance?
Do I still break dance? I dance also a lot more. I can still pull a little out or two, but I'm not. Man, this is what's cool about the research show as well. One of the cool things about Zach, the Black Ranger, having hip-hop hero as his dance style was the fact that I think it elevated a lot of people in a lot of ways. I mean, just like we elevated martial arts, there's a lot of more people that got into martial arts and tricking, like doing flips and stuff like Jackie Chan, like us. They emulated us, so they saw us do flips and twists and spins and stuff when we were fighting and flipping over putties and doing all this crazy stuff and doing martial arts at the same time. It became more of a style. So now you see people do martial arts and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I went to an audition for a martial arts thing and these guys just passed me up. I mean, I was like, wow, I'm glad I inspired you because I can't hang. They were like hopping on one hand, throwing the kicks. I was like, okay, but that's not something I can do, But yeah, I think it was really cool that we've inspired people to dance, to do martial arts, and like parkour, which is something altogether different, is also kind of implemented in this. The physicality of what we saw, what we did on the show, that made you kids go out in the backyard and jump off stuff and kick things and do flips, exactly, practice it. So breakdancing also goes into that because it's the physicality. It's like jumping, flipping, manipulating the body to do different things that defy gravity. So yeah, I don't break dance anymore, but I'm so proud of the people that do, and I enjoy the respect I get from them in that community.
Thank you.
We got 10 minutes left for lightning round.
Austin, and we were all living in the house. Me, Austin, and Danny all lived in the same house. He was actually in the Black Ranger suit half the time, as working as a Black Ranger, kicking and bad boy. He's been a stunt coordinator. He's working for everything right now, Disney, and he's got like 5 shows, everything from Mighty Men to Parrot Kings, and he's a bad boy.
My very first day on set was actually doubling for this guy, because I used to stunt double for both Black and Blue for the original MVR, and it was over at Bronson's Cave when we had that freaky dry eye sequence. But seriously, nothing's cooler than the original cast.
And what the shows are they working out for? What show are you working on? Lab Rats? What else?
Lab Rats, Mighty Med, Dog and Blog, Crash, Commando Crash. Like it's a whole bunch of them.
He's a very busy boy. See you later, dude. Alright, thank you now.
Hey, my name is Devin. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for being here. You know, like some of us here, we watched you guys when we were little, and you guys have motivated me. I remember at one point in life, I kind of wanted to give up on life, but I decided to talk to you guys in the movie to be my last. But then I watched after seeing that, never to give up. So thank you guys for that.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, and my question is, I have 2 questions for this one. Did Austin ever borrow your socks, and did you give it back?
I wouldn't let anybody wear my socks. I don't think he ever borrowed my socks, and that means...
Are you asking both of us?
Yeah, both of you.
I don't know why Austin would borrow anyone's socks.
He can afford to buy his own.
I just have another source that told me he used to doesn't have socks and on set, and he will borrow someone's socks and never give it back. And he'll go home and have a pile of socks. You guys remember anything about that?
I don't know anything about
that. But thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right,
Real quick, guys. Real quick questions.
First of all, I want to welcome you guys. It's great that you could come back and do this panel.
Thank you.
It's a great reunion. And my question is for the greatest original Ranger of all, David Yost.
Yes.
Okay. Well, when we got to Zio and Billy went from Ranger to technical advisor, it was kind of a major transition for us. Personally, I didn't mind that he wasn't a Ranger. I was just glad that he was still there.
Thank you.
My question is, what was that transition like for you? What was it like for you to go from Ranger to full-time technical advisor?
Well, it wasn't anything really different than I had already been doing. Billy was always sort of a technical advisor. I just didn't put spandex on anymore. That's all. So, in some ways, that was not too bad. Good question. Thank you.
Hey guys, just to let you know, after we finish here, we're going to be doing a photo op, so if you guys want to come and get a photo with the 3 Rangers, please come over and check us out.
When will it be?
Right after this.
Right after this one.
Right after this.
1 o'clock. So it'll be Austin, Walter, myself, and I believe Karen might be there too, the second Yellow Ranger.
Yep.
Yes.
Go for it.
Hi guys, just to ask, how does it feel to be classed as like the definitive team of Power Rangers from the last 21 years? And would you guys have liked to have carried on longer than you did if things had been different?
Absolutely, I would love to stay together. My biggest regret is that we didn't do the movie together. That would have made the movie even greater than what it was. You know, I mean, not to take anything away from the other cast members that did it, but you guys grew up. We introduced the show together, and the movie was supposed to be us, but it wasn't us. That was disappointing me. But yeah, I definitely would love to stay on for a little bit longer and to have grown more and see the other adventures we would have together.
It would have been nice, and I probably would have liked to have finished out the Zio series, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way. But I mean, I was on the show for a long time, and I had a great time. So thank you, great question.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, my question is, like, you're both still in really good shape, and you mentioned earlier all the stuff you do. So, when you're like working out, do you ever put on the Power Ranger theme?
The Power Ranger theme?
Yeah, does that ever like get you motivated to lift?
I work out too.
Yeah, you know, I got loaded up into my Walkman. Walkman. What's a Walkman?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
My iPod. I'm sorry. No, I don't. I think that'd be a little weird. Don't you think? I mean, I will tell you though, like wherever I am in the country, I'll be at airports, I'll be in Starbucks, I'll be somewhere, and people have the toot 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 going off all the time. And I think they're screwing with me. It's kind of nice, but I don't work out to the Power Ranger theme song.
Yeah, I don't work out to either, but I do enjoy it every time I hear it, meaning it's a catchy tune.
Yeah.
You know, and it's got that driving bass. Makes me want to move like this rocking out. You know? I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. What inspired you to join Mighty Morphin in the first place?
I wanted to be a working actor.
Yeah, it was basically an audition. We had agents, or no agents, but we auditioned to be on a television show. We didn't know it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. In fact, it started off as
Dino Rangers.
The Rangers, something like that. So I didn't know what it was, but I was excited to be on a TV show. And when I heard it be a superhero, I was like, I'm down for that.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, kidnap Tommy.
Kidnap Tommy.
Kidnap Tommy?
Yeah, he's right here right now.
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I had a question for both of you guys, but we're short on time, so I'll ask Zach because I think the other question I might have an answer for. But what do you think about the replacements after you guys left the show? Because my personal opinion, I thought they were dull and boring. No personality. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like them though.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like they had no personality as opposed to what you guys brought them to the table when the show first started.
They had huge shoes to fill. I mean, like again, it was like we already charmed you with our energy and our person. So I think they did a great job actually because they are well loved. It's as you can see, Steve Cardenas, Karen Ashley, Johnny and Bosch. They have fans just like I have fans. They were well loved, and I think they did a great job.
Oh yeah, I like them too, but like I don't know, there was something like that was missing.
Yeah, I mean the original cast, we did have amazing chemistry together.
Yeah.
So it's hard for those actors to come in and try to match that chemistry.
Yeah. Great. Were you the Phantom Ranger?
Like a fan?
Yeah.
No.
I heard plans about it.
Our final question.
Okay.
Hey David.
Hi.
Thanks for your ASL Ice Bucket Challenge, but this goes to Walter. I wish Austin was here for it too. This is your official Ice Bucket Challenge. You have 24 hours.
Last one. All right, actual question this time.
Okay. I just want to say it's an honor to be here with you guys. I grew up with you guys. Like I'm 20 years old now. I watched you guys when I was like 5 years old. I just want to say thank you first of all.
Thank you.
And my question is, who's like your favorite heroes? Like, and who would you team up with? Like superheroes.
Yeah,
we're all about Superman.
I've always wanted to fly. I want to fly like Superman. I've always dreamed about it. So.
I also like Underdog.
Yeah, Underdog. There's no need to fear.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Thank you.
I want to give one last round of applause for our guests.
Is Richie still in the room? Richie? Come over here, buddy. And what about Matt with one T? Matt with one T? Oh yeah, he's here. Cool. So I'm going to give you guys a couple prizes because you guys asked what I thought were the better questions. Well, everybody asked good questions, but these were my favorite questions. So one of you will get a comic book signed by Austin, Walter, and I, and one will get our keys that are signed by Austin. And again, come if you're getting photo ops with us, come do that. And otherwise, come to our tables like in about a half hour, 45 minutes, and we'll be happy to sign autographs. What is it, Jordan?
Feeling silver and old. Hey, that's awesome. Give me a suit. I'm sorry, but they're only encoded in me. What does that mean? Don't worry, I got you covered. Tony, this helmet's really hot and oh my god, I'm burning up. I feel like Ghost Rider. Your head is on fire.